Good morning everybody and welcome to the Unearthed YouTube channel. I'm out detecting with my old school friend Jimmy this morning, getting away from the organised digs for a couple of weeks and doing my own detecting, which is what I've probably wanted to do for some time. However, we've just started off on a new farm here and I'm just going to take you over slightly just so you can see this field behind me here. We've just had a little go in there for the first 15 minutes. And I'm sorry to say that it's absolutely strewn from top to bottom with the dreaded, you've got it, the dreaded green waste. It's more furniture fitments, and there is all sorts of board, chips, screws, nails, hinges, you name it. And as I'm looking, I can actually see it glistening. You can actually see the white bits. I'm going to take you over there in a little short time just to show you what this horrible green waste is looking like. Now, for me, that's ruined this farm completely. I ain't going to be prepared to stick in on here for a full day digging all that. So that means we're going to end up having to go another 25 to 30 miles north into the borders and detecting on a farm up there, because to me this farm's completely ruined now. Sign of the times, I'm afraid, folks. This green waste is pretty much going to kill a lot of farms off if we're not careful. So I'll be back with you pretty quick. And I'll show you this green waste. So I'm back on the field now where all the green waste is. It's actually on every field. The one that we've just been on next door is full of it. Let me just turn it over to show you what I mean. So all these white bits are all bits of plasterboard, plastic, strips of wire. This has literally just been put on, I would say, probably the last few days. I mean, it's just impossible to detect. Every sweep of your detector along this land is a signal. Just full of plasterboard, screws, nuts, you name it. It's just come straight out of these rogue recycling plants, as I call them. They shouldn't be in operation. They're actually killing the land. That's how strongly I feel about it. They're going to completely wreck detecting and the environment at the same time. You look at this. Look at that. That's metal. Don't know what it's been off. You know, I'm going to report it to the farmer. He probably knows about it, but he hasn't put it on. Somebody's put it on. The contractors have been bringing in waste, fertilisers. See these strips? Absolutely loads of it. And some of these strips have got screws in them. We just found about 5 or 6 of them, and it just continues right across. So this field is completely and utterly ruined. You'd never better detect this in the month of Sundays. Such a good area as well. Knackered. Right, we're moving farms. Disappointed. So we've moved farms away from the horrendous green waste. Let me just show you what we were finding. This is the sort of stuff, aluminium, scrap, just absolutely strewn with it. I mean, there's tons of that. Literally could fill 10 buckets full of it. So I've moved away to a farm about 25-30 miles up the road. I'm just starting to find stuff now. I thought it was a coin at first. It's not. It's a little blank disc, but it's a start. First coin of the day after having an unbelievable amount of shotgun shells and buttons. I've got a coin for the first time today. I just took my gloves off, which are there, just to see if I can reveal any of it. Don't know what that is. It's halfpence, Georgian probably. And there's his head. Yeah, one of the Georges. It's got Rex at the left hand side, right hand side I should say, of me. Well, better than nothing. It's a start. Gets me away, my thoughts away from that hideous green waste. That took some digging out. Another coin. Look how far down that is. See my arm? That was hellishly deep. Another Georgian halfpenny. I think the other one was some sort of token. This is definitely a halfpence, probably a George III, George II. Oh, yeah, that was deep. Well, try my best to hit the targets, and we're getting some really deep targets with the Equinox 800, 900. Jimmy's using the 800. He's getting some deep buttons and lead and shotgun shells, and I've just got this target here, which is, let me just see what it is. With a clue. I actually thought at first it was a part of a purse bar. Now, whatever it is, it's got some age to it, and it's got some weight to it as well. But I know I've had some big purse bar frames in the medieval period, but that is a big one. I'm not sure what that is. The jury is out. Give you some idea how big it is. Look, it's a big heavy lump. Quite interested what that. I'll be quite interested to find out what that is. I do hope it's not going to be a day full of copper coins. Up to now, folks, that is all I am finding coin wise. That's a very toasted, thin halfpenny. Wow, they don't come much worse than that. Look at the thinness of it. Oh well, we can really take what's below our coin, but we're in such a historic area here. Since we've moved, there should be something of note. Another deep signal and another coin. I cannot keep away from these copper halfpennies today. I've just been over to see Jimmy. He's had about the same amount, 5 or 6. Well, where the silver's at? Well folks, it's the end of the day, and we've tried our very best to find some really interesting bits and pieces. We had high hopes for it. The good finds didn't show, which is a disappointment. But nowhere near as disappointing as that horrendous green waste farm. You know, I'm still reeling from it. I'm still very angry about it actually, because that's only just been spread on that farm within that last few days. A happier note, the sun's shining, we're out in the fresh air. Me and Jimmy have had a good day. We've had a few coins and artifacts, nothing special as you've seen on the film, but we'll be back. Who knows? Next time we go out we could get a sack full of hammered. All the best.